Erik, you're on live here on NBC Sports California. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
All right. Hey, welcome to San Jose. Obviously, before 6 days ago, all you ever knew in the NHL were the Ottawa Senators. As we just heard in your press conference, I mean, this has been an incredible personal journey the last week. What really stands out to you about maybe the emotional side, the sentimental side, and everything you and your wife have just gone through?
No, I think it's something that obviously you can't prepare for, no matter how much it's talked about. I think that, you know, once it fell through and the deal was done, I think that it was a lot of mixed emotions. You know, obviously there was some sadness in there, you know, in leaving the only organization that you've known your entire professional career. But at the same time, you know, as that settled a little bit, I think that the excitement kicked in, and you know, you're starting to realize, you know, the opportunity that San Jose has given me to take, and I'm extremely appreciative and looking forward to that.
You are literally fresh off the plane as of late last night into San Jose. You had your first practice with the boys today at the rink, and I imagine it had to be very surreal just looking down and seeing Teal and all the new teammates. Is there any interaction or anything that happened in today's practice that you'll never be able to forget?
So you know what? I think it went as good as it possibly could have. I think that the guys, you know, they obviously knew that it was going to be a big change for me coming in. You know, seeing a lot of new faces and everything, and I think that they did a great job in, you know, giving me the space that I needed, and at the same time letting me know that if there was anything I ever needed, you know, I could just reach out, and made it really, you know, simple for me, I would like to say. You know, being on the ice is what I know best. So once I got out there, you know, it felt as normal as it could have been, I think. Obviously very different with, you know, all the colors and new faces and everything. But it was nice to just get out there for an hour and blow some steam and, you know, just be around the guys and take everything in and see, you know, how they do things over here.
Hey, speaking of being on the ice, how about breaking the ice with your teammates? What's the best way to do that?
No, I mean, it's. I'm sure that moment is going to come here as we move forward. But I think, you know, right now, for me, it's more about, you know, trying to get accustomed to everything and you know, getting comfortable with everybody and trying to figure out, you know, my new normal here and what's that going to be like. And I think that as we get a little bit further down the road here, you know, I think there's going to be a few funny moments that you know, we're going to look back and laugh at.
The question of the contract coming next year is always going to come up. But I'm wondering if you want to allay any of discussions about that until at least February, and if not, maybe next off season before you engage in any of that, because that can prove to be a distraction at times.
No, I think for me it's not going to be. I don't think it will be for anybody else. I think that right now I'm focused on playing as good hockey as I possibly can, you know, and do everything that I can to be, you know, as good as I possibly can. And I think that everybody's you know, worrying about the same thing. I'm extremely excited to be here, and you know, when we cross those paths, I think that you know, we'll deal with it then. And as of right now, my only focus is to, you know, get myself into game shape and you know, being ready for the first game on October 3rd.
As much as your name was bandied about in trade talks over the summer, when did you first become aware that San Jose was going to be a player, and when did you know for sure that you were heading there?
You know, it happened relatively quick, I think. A few days before the trade happened, I met with Doug and Pete DeBoer, and since I didn't really know much about the organization and everything, you know, surrounding San Jose, and I think that they gave a great perspective on how they view their organization and the goals that they are trying to achieve and what they stand for, and we were very pleased with the talk that we had, and I didn't find out about the trade being done until you know, the first day of camp when Ottawa called me and told me to stay home instead of going in for medical. So that's kind of when I figured that things were going to go down.
You know, in the last handful of days when you were in Ottawa, the Sharks franchise ran billboards all across the Bay Area that said, "Welcome Erik Karlsson," had your picture on it. They took out a full-page ad in the local newspaper here to welcome you to San Jose. And not to mention, for Doug Wilson to come out and fly cross-country, well, cross-continent, I should say, and cross the border to Canada and visit you in Ottawa and maybe smooth everything over. What's the message you're getting from this franchise and just how much they were after you?
No, I mean, again, I think that, you know, I am extremely appreciative of everything that they've done for me to make this transaction as smooth as it could have been. Especially Doug and Pete and Mr. Plattner, for taking the time to actually come see me in person and being around for when the big moments happened. It gave us a lot of comfort, I think, and it really showed us that they were sincere and they were good people, and everything that they've said, in the meeting before were actually true. So for that, I think we're going to be forever grateful, because for us, this is a very big deal. Since I've been in Ottawa since 2009, I don't know anything else, and I think that both parties want this to be as smooth and as easy as possible, so we can get going as quickly as possible. So again, all the credit for them for making the effort that they did to pull this off, and to me, the best way that I can show my appreciation is to be as good as I possibly can be for when the puck drops on October 3rd.
Erik, we know today is very serious, very businesslike. You're trying to make good impressions with everybody, but do you mind if I open it up here and do a lightning round with you? Quick questions, quick answers to try and get to know you better. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, your biggest hobby...
We'll see how that goes, but...
Yeah, all right. Your biggest hobby outside of hockey is what?
Golf.
All right, that's a good one.
Not very good, but it's still golf.
Well, hey, join the club on that one. Can peer pressure get you to grow a beard?
This is all I got. So this is what you're going to get. It's not going to get much better than that. So it's an easy one.
Well, Burnsy and Joe might have their chance with you. Hey, any outstanding pregame rituals that you have?
No, I don't. I don't really have many rituals. I try and switch it up every year and do different things all the time, and always, be alert for new things and learning new things. So I don't really have anything that's set in stone.
Hair product of choice?
All natural.
Good answer there. Two more. Why the number 65?
Both my parents are born that year.
Okay.
So when I was 17, when I turned pro in Europe, I got the chance to pick whatever number I wanted for the first time in my life. So it was an easy one for me, and somehow, it's still with me today.
All right, and then last but not least, what are you going to be for Halloween?
Oh, ask my wife.
Sounds familiar.
She picks the dresses.
Yeah, I know how that goes, buddy. All right, Erik, again, we can't wait to see you play.
She's better at it, so I gave her, yeah, I can't wait to get started either.
Yeah, can't wait to get to know you as well, too. Erik, we appreciate your time here today.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.